This meeting of the Gadsden City Council will now come to order. The chair calls on City Clerk Ivan Nelson for the roll call.
Councilman Harris?
Here.
Williams?
Here.
Avery?
Here.
Eccles?
Here.
Stewart?
Here.
Councilman Cannon is absent today. Councilman Reed?
Here.
We have a quorum present. The meeting is open for business. I'm going to ask Brian Harbison to lead the invocation. Please stand and remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Let's pray. Almighty God, we thank you for today. We thank you for life. We thank you for making it such a beautiful day and easy for us to get out. Thank you for all the rain you've sent recently. God, I pray for wisdom and knowledge for our councilmen today with the decisions they have to make that will affect this entire city. We just thank you for Gadsden and where we are. We just pray, God, that we'll keep our eyes on you and our focus on you and your plan for us. And we'll give you the praise in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I forgot to remind people that the city council meetings are broadcast on TV on Comcast Channel 99 and rebroadcast on WMGJ Radio. This meeting of the Gadsden City Council will now come to order, and the chair calls on City Clerk Ivan Nelson for the roll call, which she's already done.
Good recovery.
Okay, I just got us a little confused there. Chair will entertain a motion to approve the minutes of the work session and the council meeting held on September the 25th.
So moved.
Second.
Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor, let it be known by saying aye. Those opposed, motion carries to approve the minutes.
Chair will entertain a motion to ratify payment of the accounts for the week of September the 21st through the 27th.
So moved.
Second.
Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor, let it be known by saying aye. Those opposed, motion carries to ratify payment of the accounts.
Proclamations, Mayor.
I'd like to ask Susan Shipman, the Executive Director of Second Chance, come up, please. You have some other ladies you want to bring? You want to bring those ladies up with you? They got them. Come on. Sorry. I just didn't know. Hey, ladies. Hurry up. I have a proclamation. Whereas, let it be known that the city of Gadsden, Alabama acknowledges the prevalence of domestic violence in this city and in all its districts. Domestic violence is a crime that will be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law in the city of Gadsden. The city does assist victims of domestic violence by supporting Second Chance through promoting its shelter, outreach, court advocacy, transitional housing, educational, and preventative programs. Second Chance is recognized for its work in providing safe shelter and supportive services for domestic violence victims fleeing abusive situations in the Gadsden, Alabama area. The City of Gadsden resolves to reduce the incidence of domestic violence by promoting awareness of this issue and the availability of safe shelter and services provided by Second Chance. Therefore, be it resolved that I, Sherman Guyton, the Mayor of the City of Gadsden, do hereby proclaim October as Domestic Violence Awareness Month in the City of Gadsden and ask everyone to support this.
Thank you very much, Mayor, and everyone here. Second Chance began providing services for victims in Etowah County and the Gadsden area in 2008 when Rosehaven closed its doors. We're proud to be able to provide services to victims from this area. We have a local office that's at the Family Success Center on East Broad. Thank you very much, and hope we'll see you again soon. Thanks.
Unfinished business, we have none.
What's that? You know, I'm not sure when we're gonna get back to having a local shelter. I mean, I like second chance, but I can't understand why a city this size, with the problems that we have in community with domestic violence, can't have a facility here in our own city. I mean, Mayor, we need to work on that. You guys are good, we appreciate your service, but we need to open up one here. I can't understand why everything goes to Anderson. I mean, it just don't make sense.
No, we do have some independent nonprofits who have some houses. I know they don't have a sign, or not, nobody knows exactly who they are.
But we do have some. Okay, I just want to make sure.
I noticed something in the paper recently that I thought was really good, and choking your spouse now is a felony. Not choking them to death now, that's a murder, but just choke them.
That's a felony too.
is a felony now, so that's good. That happens too often.
Spouse, that works both ways right there.
Don't say it.
Spouse.
Don't say it.
It's spouse.
I know how Johnny is.
All right.
Number 9, this is a time and place is advertised to conduct a public hearing allowing anyone to speak in opposition to or in favor of a resolution ordering abatement of nuisance on property located at 1623 Springfield Avenue in District 1. Susie Adams, Beverly Buckner, Gadsden Surgery Center, and Health South in care of Russ McGill being the last known owners. Is there anyone who would like to speak in opposition to this resolution? Is there anyone who would like to speak in favor of it?
Mr. President, I'm Brian Harbison with the Building Department. We started this case in March of last year. There have been no improvements. There are no permits to improve. And we're asking today for a resolution to abate this nuisance.
Don't need to see it.
Is there anybody else who would like to speak in favor of it? Chair will entertain a motion to adopt this resolution.
So moved.
Second.
Is there any discussion? Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to adopt the resolution, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to adopt.
Our next public hearing is a resolution ordering abatement of nuisances on property located at 307 South 8th Street in District 4. State of Alabama, Eddie and Carolyn Williams, and First Franklin Mortgage Company being the last known owners. Is there anyone who would like to speak in opposition to this resolution? Mr. Williams not here. Is there anyone who would like to speak in favor of it?
Mr. President, this case involves a burned house in East Gadsden. There have been no improvements to it. We started our action in March of this year. There are no permits to improve. We're asking for a resolution today to abate this nuisance.
What's your pleasure?
That's the one they call it. That's what
Brian,
Is
is
this
this
one that can be rehabbed?
It's about 40% damaged by fire, according to the fire
Oh, it's a
report.
fire.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I couldn't tell from the pictures.
Yeah, there's one that shows the inside. It's
Okay,
fairly burned up.
all right. Chair will entertain a motion to adopt this resolution.
So moved.
second?
Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to adopt the resolution, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to adopt.
Our next public hearing is a resolution ordering abatement of nuisance on property located at 1305 Chestnut Street in District 5, State of Alabama. Heirs of John and Myrtle Sims, Johnny Mae Sims Anderson, Glenda Sims, heirs of Catherine Sims Smith, deceased, Judy Sims Marstella, Laura Sims Burston Bodley, Francis Allen Smith, Dennis Hudson Sims, heirs of Gregory Sims, deceased, Cleveland Peterson, Chester Sims, Williams Eason, Gloria Dawson, Deborah Satterwhite, Charles Kirkpatrick, Michael Turner, and Brenda Oliver being the last known owners. Is there anyone who would like to speak in opposition to this resolution? Does anyone wish to speak in favor of it?
Mr. President, this case also involves a burned house. We started it in February of this year. There have been no improvements. There are no permits to improve, and we're asking for a resolution to abate this nuisance.
Chair will entertain a motion to adopt this resolution.
So moved.
Second.
Is there any discussion? Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to adopt the resolution, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to adopt.
Our next public hearing is a resolution ordering abatement of nuisance on property located at 918 Willow Street in District 5. State of Alabama, Richard E. Hickerson and the heirs of Charlie and Creola Lapsley, William C. Lapsley, Yvonne Keith Dudley, Charlie Lapsley Jr., Teresa Lester Moore, Roosevelt Lapster, Zalancia Stokes Spencer, Alkita Ulysses Johnson, Donald Geronda Morgan, Household Finance Corporation, City Financial Corporation LLC, and Citibank being the last known owners. Is there anyone who would like to speak in opposition to this resolution?
Somebody want to come up?
Please state your name and address for the city clerk.
Zalancia Spencer.
Can't hear.
Lynette?
Speak to the mic.
Zalancia Spencer.
Pull it down
Put it down.
now.
Zalancia Spencer.
Okay.
I was just trying to see why my name is on it. I don't have anything, I don't know anything about the house or who owns or anything. It's my father's house, he's deceased, but as far as my name being on it, I'm just trying to see why is my name on it as far as building or anything like that.
The city's just trying to be sure that they get everybody that could possibly be, and as you see, there was a lot of names in there, so don't worry about it.
I think that's everybody else.
It's the same.
That's everybody's same
Everybody?
position, yeah.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Yes, sister.
Is there anyone else who would like to speak in opposition? Does anyone wish to speak in favor of it?
Mr. President, this case involves a burned house. We started our process in April of this year. There have been no improvements. There are no permits to improve. We're asking for a resolution to abate this nuisance.
Brian, can you explain how all these names appear? I mean, what's your process that you go through?
Would have been provided on the title search when the property title search was performed. And I don't know if this was during the time Roger was leaving, or if he did this, or we had an outside law firm do this. But we notify everybody that's ever had an interest in this property. Sometimes there may be heirs to property. There may be outstanding liens, judgments, mortgages against property. It may have been satisfied but not recorded as satisfied. We're required by the state of Alabama to notify everybody in those cases and give them an opportunity as these individuals to come forward today and basically state we have no interest in the property.
Right. I just wanted them to understand how they got involved. They tried to figure out why. Well, okay.
You have no liability, basically.
Well, since their father owned it,
At one time, yeah.
at one time, there was a possibility that it was left to you, you know. So therefore, we have to cover, like I said, cover all bases to be sure that we're not tearing down something that somebody has an interest in.
Yeah,
We appreciate you coming.
Yeah, the flip side of that is if you did have an interest in it and were trying to salvage it, we'd be liable if we didn't notify you. So as a city, as Brian mentioned, we have under law, we have an obligation to notify anyone that could potentially have an interest in that property.
And sometimes we don't do a good job of that. Okay, ready to vote.
Okay, the chair will entertain a motion to adopt this resolution.
So moved. I'm sorry.
I didn't understand the bank still own it.
Well, according to our records, everybody who's listed here
But the
possibly could still have a share in it.
State of Alabama.
But the state of Alabama, core household finance, city finance, yeah, all those people got an interest in it. Get with him, he'll probably give you a list of it. He don't mind giving you a list afterwards, okay.
Okay, we take a vote.
I'm sorry, I didn't record the motion in second. Can we do that part again?
Okay, so move.
Second.
Yeah.
Okay, now,
Those in favor to adopt the resolution, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to adopt.
Just get with him after the meeting, he'll help you out.
Our final public hearing is a resolution regarding issuance of an alcoholic beverage license. Algnob Incorporated. That's ALGNOOB. Doing business as a Curb Market, 15. Has applied for an off-premises only retail beer and table wine license. Due to prior offenses of the applicants, Chief Crane is recommending the council deny the license. Does anyone like to speak in favor of this license? Is there anyone who, and we have a resolution that disapproves the license. Chair will entertain a motion to adopt this resolution.
So moved.
Second.
Is there any discussion?
We base our decisions on those alcoholic licenses on the 4 departments that look into that. And that's the police department who does a background check, the zoning department who make sure it's zoned properly, the building department who inspects the building, and the fire department. So all 4 of those departments have to approve before you can get a license. And we base our decisions mostly on what those departments tell us.
You take the vote.
Those in favor to adopt the resolution, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to adopt.
New business, is there any new business?
Mr. President, I have a couple of resolutions I'd like to ask for unanimous consent to consider this morning. They are resolutions appointing people to the Forest Cemetery Board and Foundation. So I'd ask for unanimous consent to consider it.
Second.
Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to consider both resolutions today, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, consent has been granted.
The first resolution is reappointing Judy Dawson to serve on the Foundation Board. And and also appointing George White to serve on the foundation board. Judy's term would expire which has expired in 12. Okay. I don't know what our, okay.
That will
George-
actually be 2017.
2017, I didn't see it on here, but anyway, 2017, George White's term would expire in May 2014. The other appointment is to reappoint Ronnie McClooney, and his term would be Ronnie McClure, excuse me. His appointment would expire April of 2017. But ask approval on both of these, please.
Second.
Is there any further discussion? Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to adopt both resolutions, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to
I
adopt.
would like to make a comment that we appreciate people serving on these boards. There's no monetary value to it at all. It's just citizens stepping up and giving their time and energy to serve on these boards, so we appreciate that.
Any other?
Yes, Mr. President, I have a resolution that I would like to ask for unanimous consent to consider today. It's a resolution authorizing the issuance of a special events retail alcohol beverage license for the fish market in connection with the Sunset Sips for October 16th.
Second.
Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to consider the resolution today, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, consent has been granted.
Move to adopt.
Second.
Is there any discussion?
Yes, Mr. President, we'll ask Kay Moore to come forward and give us details on this resolution.
Thank you. I appreciate the immediate consideration for this today. I've been director for downtown Gadsden for almost 5 years. And for 5 years, the only times we have banners on Broad Street is during Christmas time. So we have a great resource in our city, the river, the Coosa River, and we have a bridge, the Memorial Bridge that goes across the Coosa River. And so my board and a committee got together and said, let's do a fundraiser on the bridge. So that's what this is about. This is to raise money to buy banners for Broad Street so that we've got the hardware up there. Everything there's never anything there until the Christmas banners go up. So this is going to be specifically for that. We'll close the bridge Tuesday afternoon, October 16th. There will be tickets. You have to purchase a ticket prior to the event. They'll be $40. You can get them online at downtowngadsden.com or come by our office, and we may have them several other places too. But this is specifically for that, and hopefully, we want to use our river. And I just think this is a different type of event, so that's what we're looking for. So I appreciate your consideration today.
You might tell them what the $40 would buy them.
That's true. That's true. Okay, and the time too. The time is from 5:30. The event will be from 5:30 to 7:30. The $40 will be food provided by the fish market. The Stone Market will be providing wine, and Back 40 Beer Company will be providing the beer. So that ticket will include heavy hors d'oeuvres and samples. That's what it's for. Any other questions? Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Okay, we voted? Any other discussion? Take a vote.
Those in favor to adopt the resolution, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to adopt.
Any other new business? Department reports, committee, boards, are there any?
Okay, you want to talk about the first prize?
Thank you again. This is a week that I'm always up here. It's First Friday. October, we're looking for a big First Friday, a great shopping event. The classic cars will be here. And this is the month we have the antique tractors from the old Alice Chalmers plant. They'll be in the 600 block, so be sure and come by to see them. A lot of great live entertainment. Anybody, barbershop quartet people, I hope. We have a new barber spa downtown, Boomer's All-American Barber Spa. They're going to have a barbershop quartet outside their store at 541 Broad Street. We've got great music, Damascus Road, Kings of Swing, Foggy Hollow, Just Country, And we're moving the Dancing in the Street down in front of the Pittman Theater this month because we have the Barbershop Quartet out. So we did want to try to overload that, but it's going to be a lot of fun. I guess a different thing, the One Wellness Club, Giorgio Torregrossa owns the One Wellness Club, and he's going to have pumpkins, plants, and preserves. It's an organic farmer type event that's going to come up, and he also has an open mic night. So if you've not been by there, you really need to check that out. Just going to have a lot of fun from 6 to 9 o'clock. Broad Street will close about 4:30, and we'll just enjoy the night. But shopping, just great music, food, fun, and just come and enjoy the good time. Now Monday, October, the rest of the Mondays in October, Buster Porch will have musical Mondays in the fall. You know, I still find it very difficult to believe that people who've lived here all their lives do not know where the water wall is. Between the Pittman Theater and the Senior Activity Center, we've got a great courtyard with a water wall in the background. So Buster's going to be playing music on Monday from 11 to 1 for the next 4 Mondays in October. So that's going to be a lot of fun. If you bring your lunch, just get away from the office and come on down. That is a great, great thing to do. So we really enjoy that, and we're appreciative of Buster for sharing his time.
I'm glad you put that lunch in there. I thought maybe it was 11 to 1 at night.
Oh, no, I'm sorry, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Bring your lunch and kick back and enjoy.
I thought he was going to furnish lunch.
Well, when I hadn't talked about that. Now, he furnishes his time and some great music, so we're appreciative of that. Sunset Sips, I've just mentioned, October the 16th from 5:30 to 7:30 on the Memorial Bridge. It's just going to be a great time. Tickets are $40, and that money will be used to buy banners on Broad. And again, the Fish Market, the Stone Market, and the Back 40 Beer Company are helping with that. Then Thursday, October the 18th, Delnora Reed will be back from Nashville, Tennessee, and we'll do the concert inside the Pittman Theater. She's going to do a music video in Gadsden. So she'll be here from Tuesday to Friday and is doing a music video. So if you see some activity going around, that's what that's going to be. And then on Saturday, October the 27th, we have the Halloweeny party again. So if you've got pets, that's the time to bring your pets to downtown. We do have, on First Friday, we've gotten to where we've got some really large animals coming, and that's really not a place for that. I know I've mentioned this before, but I had some merchants complain because not everyone picks up behind their animals, and then sometimes that gets stepped in and also gets into the stores. So if we do say, please don't bring, particularly, I saw like a Great Dane or something last time. It's large, very docile dog, but you never know what's going to happen when that happens. So I'm appreciative of the police department and all the service that they give us, the Public Works Department, the city for First Friday. We could not do this without all of y'all. So I appreciate it, and thank you very much. Any questions before I sit?
We do have a pooper scooper law in the city of Gadsden. If you're walking your dog, you're required to have something to pick up after that dog. So it's a city ordinance. If you're walking around with your dog, you're supposed to have something.
Well,
you're violating the law.
I've not seen that yet, so, but thank you. Maybe people will pay attention now and know that. Thank you. I found that this is a very good way to get the word out. People watch Channel 99, and they want to see what's going on, so they do know, so they pay attention. So thank you, Councilman.
Anyone else? Remarks by the mayor and the council. Ben, you want to start?
Pooper scooper ordinance.
Certainly, we passed that.
We did?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't realize that. When I brought up that coyote ordinance, I wondered about that at the time. Who was following them around? You know, they're always in my yard. And I think,
well, you know, you walk your dog will not mess up your yard, but he will do your neighbor's.
Counting on it.
You should pick up after him, Rick.
It covers all animals, actually.
Yeah.
I think it covers all animals, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're walking your cat, you can say that.
Anyway, that being said, I want to make a public apology to the Reverend Fred Huff. I promised him that I would be at Macedonia Church 100-year celebration last Sunday afternoon at 3 o'clock. And my son and grandson came in from out of town. I'm using this for an excuse, Fred. Yeah. And time got away from me, and I absolutely forgot that. But I do want to apologize to Reverend Huff and to his congregation that I was not there, but I probably could be invited later on when you have another dinner. That's all I have, absolutely.
Oh, I don't really have anything. I don't have anything this morning.
I didn't have anything either, but Ben put me on the spot. Now I've got to apologize. I was scheduled to be there too, Ben, on Sunday. We went up to the football game on Saturday. I thought I'd seen a no tackling game on Friday night over at Gadsden City. I'm still waiting on them to tackle somebody. And then I got to Kentucky Saturday. I'm still waiting on my grandson and them team to tackle somebody. It was a mess, but we got tied up in Kentucky and we didn't get a chance to get back in time. So I missed the program too, so I want to publicly apologize to Reverend Huff. I talked to him yesterday, but publicly I want to apologize to him and his congregation for them celebrating their 100th year anniversary. That's a big celebration. So didn't make it, but Ben, we'll both go when they got some food again. We'll make sure we get invited. So.
Sound like a good team to me.
Yeah, sound like a good eating to me too. Okay.
Thank you, Mr. President. Unlike the previous two gentlemen, I don't have an excuse. I was actually there on Sunday and represented the mayor and the council there. And,
Great. Thank you.
And he definitely understands. I actually had to move a start time of another event to make it, but was able to make it and did appreciate the hospitality there. And, you know, it's very rare in a lifetime that you get to experience a centennial celebration. So it was good to actually be there and experience that. Got to see some pictures of Reverend Huff with hair. So that was a good thing. That was a good thing.
A long time ago, wasn't it?
Absolutely, absolutely. So I consider him a father. So I can do that. I can do that. The only other thing I have is Math Alive, the Math Alive program that Litchfield Middle School was able to attend on last Friday. I do want to thank Principal Micah Cook and anybody involved in allowing those students to be able to make that. If you know anything about me, you know that math and science initiatives are important for me. And I think that's kind of the next wave of our economy for the future. So in order for our young people to participate in tomorrow's economy, they need to get involved in math and science. So I do want to thank Litchfield Middle School for their efforts in giving those young people the exposure to that program, and that's all I have.
Thank you, Mr. President. I, too, do not have an excuse. I won't offer an excuse, Reverend Huff, as to why I wasn't there. But at the same time, I would also like to congratulate you and your congregation on 100 years of being in the great institution in the city of Gadsden. I can remember years and years back when I had lots of relatives that attended Macedonia Baptist Church. So congratulations to them for attaining the golden age of 100 years. We had the opportunity to go to Oscar Adams Elementary School last week for open house, and it was a very, very good and well-attended event. Parents were there supporting the children. It was a good event. So at this point, I'll just encourage all the parents here in the city of Gadsden to support your kids in their schools. Go to those meetings, be in communication with the principal and the instructors in those schools, and let's see if we can't get more parental involvement in our schools in the city of Gadsden. Stroud Avenue project is underway, joint venture between the city and the county. I understand that they're getting ready to close Stroud Avenue to cross the street, so that there'll be some inconveniences for some people when they close that street, but do understand that it is in the interest of improving the drainage that we have on Stroud Avenue. And I guess, Buster, I wasn't going to say anything, but we're going to, Kay made a good point where she mentioned that a lot of people don't even know that we have the water wall, you know, and it's a beautiful setting, beautiful tables, you know, it's a beautiful setting, and when you come out at lunchtime and enjoy some beautiful jazz with Buster at the water wall, it is very soothing and relaxing. Pick up your lunch, come on out and enjoy the jazz, you know, get away from it all for a few minutes and then go back to your whatever endeavor you were involved in and relaxed. I'd also like, now, you know, it's fall now, so the leaves are starting to fall, so let us have an aggressive plan, you know, in place, you know, so that we can handle it as diligently as we can.
Put them in bags.
Thank you.
Okay, Mayor, I guess he's through.
I've got the perfect plan. I've got 7 rakes and plenty of garbage bags. So you guys go at it. Talking about the water wall, that is something, if you haven't seen it, Mayor Port's there, he's has some really good music over there, and talking about 100 years, the last third Thursday, they had a blues band there, and the clarinet player, who is very, very good, is 95 years old, and he plays like he's about 20, I guess, Joe Character. That was really, I think there's around 200 people there that night to see him play. That was quite an event. But really, that's all I have.
If the people of Gadsden knew what we paid for that water ball, they'd certainly come out and look at it. And that wasn't this administration.
Thank goodness for CDBG.
Mr. President, I did have one other thing. I do want to recognize Carl. We hadn't had Carl with us in a while, so welcome back, Carl.
We're gonna be on TV, Carl?
I'll entertain a motion, we adjourn. This meeting is adjourned.